Tonight, an emotional story of heroism and survival.
Yeah, Long Island man is in Ukraine right now, risking his own life to help others and even coming under gunfire.
News 12's Kevin Vesey joins us in the studio right now with more on this exclusive interview. Kevin.
Yeah, and Mackenzie and Doug, this really is someone who could just as easily be living on our quiet East End right now. In his normal life, he works as a pastry chef at the bakery he owns in East Hampton. But instead, this is what he looks like right now. Take a look. You can see he's dressed in body armor in the middle of a war zone to help defend a country that he calls his second home.
We're pretty close to some conflict zones. It's, I would say, a pretty desperate situation here.
Kristofer Kalas was born thousands of miles from the war in Ukraine. The 31-year-old operates a bakery in East Hampton called Hello Oma. But instead, he's near the capital of Kyiv as Russian forces advance on the city.
We're pretty exhausted. Some nights we get sleep, some nights we don't. Some days we get food, some days we don't.
Kalas is part of a small group of international volunteers helping deliver food and medical supplies, caring for the wounded, and evacuating residents amid the fighting and bloodshed. He sent us this video today. You can hear bullets flying as his group was being shot at. And this video was taken moments after their vehicle was run off the road.
In most day-to-day, there's constant air raids, sirens, artillery shells, live gunfire as we get closer to the conflict zones. Such as today, there was a lot of live gunfire, some directed at us. It's pretty terrifying, but you try to keep your head down and just do your job.
Kalas splits his time between East Hampton and Ukraine. His wife and 6-month-old daughter were in Ukraine when the invasion started, and he was in New York. And after evacuating his family, Kristofer went back into Ukraine and says he plans to stay until the war is over.
It was a very tough decision. It was one that my wife and I made together, and we decided that we'd like to have a Ukraine to return to and a place for our daughter, who is a Ukrainian citizen, to grow up in.
Are you at all afraid that you won't make it out?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, every day.
Wow, that's incredible. Now, did he mention how the Ukrainians still in the country and how they're doing right now, Kevin?
Yeah, so he said that the ones who are there to fight, morale is pretty high among them right now, but there are plenty of Ukrainians who are trying to get out of the country, and they face a really tough road right now. In fact, Kristofer showed us some video. This is a convoy that he was in. You can see that right there on your screen, and that's one of the vehicles that they were in that got run off the road, so you can imagine just how scary that must have been in that moment for him.
Wow, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
All right, so what's next for him and his wife and a daughter, you mentioned?
Yeah, 6-month-old daughter. So,
My
like we said, yeah, he got them out of the country through Poland. They made their way west all the way to Portugal, and Kristofer now is staying in central and eastern Ukraine. Once the war is over, Doug, he plans to spend even more time in that country, and his plan is to stay there and really help them rebuild afterwards.
Amazing. You wonder what the future holds, so good luck to them.
Yeah,
Great
it's incredible
story.
and must be absolutely terrifying to be over there right now.
Oh, my goodness.